All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Space Sanity, Season 1, Episode 9.
That's right.
In the last episode, Haraki showed his ugly face.
That's right.
I mean, his beautiful face.
He clearly paid off the director of that episode in order to make sure that old space yeller, got killed, put down.
Yeah, he was just needing maybe some assistance from David Productions, and he's like, I know a few people at David Productions, they can help you with that.
Yep.
As long as you let me kill off a dog.
But Dr. Gell showed up right in time for
Dr. Gel, apparently.
Dr. Gel.
Yeah.
Dr. Gel. I mean, his hair is rather
Ben
fabulous.
Franklin-ish.
Yeah, but just in time to get the big suck into the black hole. And we got that wonderful joke from Dandy commenting on the irony of those words right there.
Yes.
But
yes,
yeah,
indeed.
it was a rather wacky Dandy episode.
Yes.
Almost seemed like it could have been multiple episodes.
Right. In a different order, too. Like,
yeah, maybe. Yeah. But
hey, there you go. So, y'all, is this going to be continued? Without further ado, let's find out. Space Dandy. He's a dandy guy in space. He combs the galaxy like his pompadour on the hunt for aliens. Planet after planet he searches, discovering bizarre new creatures, both friendly and not. These are the spectacular adventures of Space Dandy and his brave space crew in space. Alright, timing's still a little off, but we can get it. We can get it. Come on.
Best part.
I love that OP so much.
Wait, this looks like an arcade game.
No, it's an RPG, clearly, because they're happening upon a strange world. And it's going from right to left, see? The reading style of the pen, see? Mm-hmm.
There's a powerful magnetic field being emitted near the planet's North Pole, which means we can't get any closer than this.
So what do we do now?
Gentlemen, I believe you are forgetting something. This ship happens to be equipped with an amazingly advanced device known as the Instant Transporter.
Oh.
You mean that piece of crap that takes 30 minutes to beam us anywhere?
I won't have you guys denigrating the transporter any longer.
Yeah!
Refurbish the entire thing. Its transport speed is now 50 times faster than the original.
Yeah?
So what's the math on that?
So about half a minute.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, here we go.
Oh my god, the faces.
Yeah.
Wow.
I forgot to mention something. The transporter is definitely faster, but its accuracy may have suffered a bit.
Oh no!
Oh boy!
Oh
no! End of the episode. They're dead.
Well, they're separated at least.
Oh, good point.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Did Dandy just get eaten by a turd?
I think he did, yeah.
All right. Okay.
I'm so for this. What is happening right now?
It looks like a turd teapot.
Bringing their catches to the,
That's so gross.
I don't know if it's necessarily kind of gross. It might be just kind of cute, because it's not necessarily like living excrement, literally. So he lucked out. Is he on the other side of the planet? Oh!
Maybe not.
Run, meow, run! Ow! Oh, no. Yikes.
All right,
they got him. Yeah. So we've got a bunch of, like, really, like...
Come on! I'm talking to you!
Like, large, like...
you, leafy guy.
organisms that are kind of at the... Like, maybe their infant stages, basically.
Whoa.
Oh, no! Oh. It went underneath him.
No, I think that went,
That's disgusting.
Excuse us. We were having the impression that you were unusual plant.
Oh, is that what you guys are? Some kind of smart plants?
My name is Dr. H, and you are the first creature we have met that is not plant and also not microorganism.
Yeah, okay.
Theoretically, they could bag and tag, like, everything in here.
Oh, good, you are alive.
Thanks to you. Why do I always let you get me into these messes?
There's no reward for registering vegetation.
Seriously?
Yes.
That's
I
too
think you're
bad.
better off focusing on this Code D alien. Shouldn't be too hard.
Sure, you're not actually the one who has to do it.
What are you?
I'm human, baby. Isn't that obvious?
Human! Hi, human. Nice to meet you. I'm 033H.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's a pretty name.
Welcome to planet Planta. It's long been known as a world where plants alone were able to thrive, their growth rampant
But you see
and
how
unchecked.
there's a clear difference between one side of the planet and the other?
Yeah.
The planet is now a plant republic comprised of 18 different states.
Okay.
Yes.
Vegans are a cerebral plant people who live mainly in the northern hemisphere. They
Okay.
possess elevated intelligence and use tiny organisms known as microbes to perform hard labor and menial tasks.
Gotcha.
In contrast to the Vegans are the Movies.
They're providing him food.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be some kind of welcome present?
Yeah, essentially. Oh, this is fun.
So I'm curious where the conflict's gonna come in.
So here's the deal.
Oh.
I'm looking for a rare alien they call Code D. Maybe you can help me out with that?
I can!
What?
Oh.
You know Code
Okay.
D?
You are not plant thing.
Oh. Wait, what?
Oh. Oh, gotcha. They're just getting protected there.
Huh.
Nice.
Those things that chase you we call federal microbes. That membrane is special. Only plants are able to pass through.
Yeah,
no
gotcha.
microbes can enter.
No, I really can't. I'm completely stuck. Well, I wouldn't want to offend them.
They're fattening you up.
Is it good, though?
So anyway,
Seems to
is
be.
there anything
Yeah.
else you can tell me about this Code D guy?
Code D is different, special, emits intense smell. This smell does something interesting to plants, makes us grow quickly, makes us quite big.
And by
Oh.
quite big, you mean freaking huge.
I want to investigate Code D like you do, but plants, we cannot stay close for long enough, so I can do nothing.
But that's probably the reason why this side of the planet is like this at all.
Well, and why it's visibly bigger from space.
I want to go with you! I'm going!
Whoa. But then won't you grow, like, super big?
Well, and is that something that's already happened to Dad?
Well, I think that's why, in general, like, all the plants are super big. So it's like an emanating aura coming out.
Sure.
And the southern hemisphere isn't feeling the effects of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because by the time it goes that far, it just goes off planet or
dissipated
something.
or
Yeah, it's
whatever.
dissipated, yeah. Wow, so much cool art. Just going over different environs and such.
I love not just the aesthetic style, but the it all looks very painted.
Mm-hmm.
The backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah, some of it looks quite digital, but then there are other parts that are more
Right.
hand painted. Yeah,
Like the moving parts for sure.
this reminds me, for those of you that are watching my streams, this reminds me a lot of the environments in Pyre.
Doctor, this is unacceptable. Going there is violation of law.
Well, Kokamuka, you found us.
Don't get your stamen in a knot. As you know, we can no longer live without it. These fearmongers
Okay.
are under arrest. Take them away.
Ooh.
All right.
All right. Okay.
I don't think I've ever been this full before. They sure know how to treat a guest. This place is so great.
Are they fattening him up?
They're making him big enough to be able to do something, maybe.
Oh, sure.
Long ago, I was part of North Pole Research Group. Was our job to investigate Code D.
There's
I made
Kokamuka
my
on the
report
left.
to Kokamuka. Code D is dangerous, I said, but he did not listen. Instead, he buried my report and removed me from Research Group permanently.
Wow.
I think it's because I threatened his authority.
Ah, the one that got away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are here! You
To get
came
them
for
out.
rescue?
Oh.
All right. Journey continues once more.
I love how this is like a children's adventure in some ways in terms of the drawings, but then there's no explanations as to what we're kind of experiencing here. We're just expected to kind of have the wonder of seeing all this color and beauty and just keep up with it.
Yeah, the backgrounds really seem like something that would work well for a game.
Now we've got full music video,
basically,
and then like it almost feels like they've got a bunch of kids singing as well. Like,
yeah, the general like sort of innocent feel of this really does contrast the "don't go here because it gives us power," you know.
Yeah, is he high?
Wait,
he's like, this is some sweet pollen, man. You know?
Yeah.
No, he's dying. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Well, Meow, it was nice knowing you.
Farewell.
So all the microbes and stuff are getting absorbed into this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So then, is it something that's penetrated the planet in some way?
I don't know. But that kid is getting big.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Oh no.
She's gonna get stuck.
Here goes.
Will she be able to get back out?
Well, I think if they turn off things, then things will switch back a little bit.
Oh.
That's it? Big bad Cody?
He's killing something, isn't he? Yeah, now they're trying to defend it.
Yeah.
Oh, it worked.
Oh.
Because they're trying to protect it now, so they've disconnected everything. Yep, so now
everything goes back to size.
Yep. Oh. And they're trying to get away quickly.
I think this is our classic dandy, the planet ends in an explosion kind of a thing.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, crap. Yeah, this was not the right call.
At one time, we were ordinary plants. And then, one day it came here. A meteorite that landed on planet Planta and changed everything.
Right, it wasn't a part of this.
We plants, we became intelligent. However, I think maybe our sudden evolution was not such a blessing.
Wow.
But that era is over now. It's not an ending, I think. It's a new beginning.
Wow. Killed all of them, basically.
Dang.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
And now you're on basically a reborn planet that's also kind of dead.
Yep.
Even though vegetation and all that is alive, it's still... Whoa.
Huh.
Now, there's a very obvious question being posed here that I think we're going to get into a discussion, but...
Did they eat Meow first?
Well, no, it's the idea of human beings was our, evolution to a state of crazy level of intelligence, something that was,
Would it actually have been better if we hadn't?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that didn't work out.
No, it didn't, Fatty. I gotta say, I'm fine if I never see another plant. Oh,
Wait.
what the hell?
Wait. Oh,
cool.
Okay. Wow.
All right.
Yeah. Well, that was an artistic kind of look at. All right. There should be some weird species out there, right?
Yep.
So we shouldn't have necessarily, just bipedal humanoid shaped things. And that's probably one of the things that I want to enjoy more sci-fi regarding is stop making more humanistic kind of looking aliens. Give me some protoplasma. Give me some like
something
some
that's
energy
just
wavelength, just beings.
Just different. Yeah.
All right, this is probably one of the most unique episodes we've seen thus far.
And probably one of the most artistic too, because like in other episodes they'll have this sort of like general story that they'll do, and even if it doesn't take too much time, right? Here, I think this is the least amount of story that we've gotten thus far.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
like we got that little bit of the plants evolved, and there was this whole thing, and there's an organization that they have currently, and there's some issues with that current organization, right? And one of them is kind of sort of abusing his power, maybe.
Yeah, and the other part is that one of the natural progressions of any being that gets to a certain level of intelligence is curiosity. And I think the main point of this episode is that when beings evolve to the point of kind of higher levels of intelligence, basically like be able to think creatively and break from their nature in some ways, or their nature is so violently different from the way that they were as some kind of baser level organism that they make decisions that have the potential to harm their nature, if that makes sense. So what these plants end up doing is, via the basis of just curiosity, they observe the environment, question why is it this way, because we know based on just study that there was a point that it wasn't always like this.
Right.
So we're going to investigate the source, and in our determination to investigate the source, we end up being the instrument of our own destruction and reverting our evolution back to the point in which we were, baser organisms.
One might almost say that they're going back to their roots.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a good one because, while it's a great pun, it's also like something that's, I would say, rather chilling of a story, because while the art and the music kind of gives you that kind of space children's adventure, you feel very at peace, very relaxed. Like I felt like I could take the music from this and just the images, and I could just sit there and just have a good nap.
Yeah, lo-fi,
It was really relaxing.
Yep.
And then you realize that the only reason why there was a conflict brought up by the Ogamaku or whatever its name was that there was some beings among them that realized that if they were going to explore this to the point, there was a risk, probably a small risk,
entire civilization would collapse.
Yeah, that it would have untold consequences.
Yep, which makes a lot of sense,
right?
Like
yeah, exactly. And one of the things that maybe could be a theme to explore with here is that this is a sci-fi. So by the nature of all these, I'm trying to pull something with the transponder, the transporter a little bit here. When we advance things with regards to technology, civilization, or what have you, we get our transporter to work 50 times faster.
Yeah.
We have to sit there and question, is it worth it to just have things
What's the cost of it?
Right. What is the cost of letting society be led ahead by just the nature of curiosity?
Right.
We get into a lot of things that I would say make life a lot more convenient, and I would say for the by day-to-day stuff, actually a little safer. One of the things that is very common nowadays is that the life expectancy, it's kind of a thing we don't really talk about as much, but the life expectancy of people nowadays across the global scale, has never been higher. Never been higher. Like obviously certain countries will have like moments of peaks and little kind of waves movement and stuff like that, but across the globe,
certainly if you compare it to 100 years ago,
right,
it's ridiculously high.
Yeah, there are so many things that we have that have improved our species on a level that makes so many other things so convenient. Like the difference between now and 20 years ago, how many people now across the globe have access to decent internet, which allows them to then be a part of the global economy and all these other things and stuff like that. Now, the thing that's interesting about this is that while we end up moving the general life experience of everyone to a better place, there's always little source points, original points of where these things occurred. And sometimes I think for the sake of curiosity, or maybe trying to just build something better, we go and look at an original structure and go, I feel like poking that, because I don't feel like that's necessarily the best that it can be. So we go and poke a structure, not realizing that it was there for all this time because it's connected to all these other things, and then a chain reaction ripple effect occurs, and, it's not necessarily total destruction, but chaos emerges, and the chaos is something that you have to then deal with and wrestle with.
Mm-hmm. Well, and one of the things that I thought was really interesting about the perspective of I forget his name, but the plant that was the dad plant, right?
Yeah.
After this
Doctor
happened,
something.
Yeah, was that he had a level of acceptance about what was happening that I found surprising, given the fact that, like, it seemed that he actually knew that this would happen, and specifically was sending Dandy to do this because he wasn't surprised by it, right? He was like, "It's better this way,"
Okay.
But that kind of philosophy is a very, like, sort of anti-evolutionary kind of like one of the biggest drives in any species is to propagate the species, right?
Oh, interesting.
Like, and that was essentially something where they still are alive, right? But it's a different kind of life,
do you want to get into that discussion?
And
actually?
He did that for the entire species.
Yeah, do you want to get into that discussion regarding actually the value of propagating the species and certain kind of things with that? Because there is a very interesting, I would say, kind of new kind of wave of philosophy with regards to human beings.
Oh, sure.
That is rather interesting, and that is one. I don't want to go too far into this tangent because I don't understand it fully, and I'm not really.
We couldn't
an
properly
expert.
discuss it here. Yeah.
Right. But there is a kind of, it's not new, but it's, I would say, a more resurging wave of thought regarding the idea of the human species being better just dying off. And it's a little weird.
Yep.
Not just in the fact that like, I don't agree with it, for one. Because I'm a member of the human species. But no. I'm talking about the we do more harm than good. And I like to bring up one of my favorite movies, The Matrix, for this, and it's like, human beings are a virus, from Agent Smith. And it's a great monologue from the agent in The Matrix. If you haven't seen The Matrix, it's okay. You don't get any spoilers just from watching this clip, really. It's a fantastic scene.
Yep.
But it makes you realize something that's rather insidious about, I would say, a form of self-hatred with regards to the human species, is that there's a lot of things that happen with regards to evolution that aren't applied to the entire species in some way.
Sure.
So, we have things that localize pockets of regions of people that are basically going to get access to, this new wave of creativity, evolution, and then the other areas kind of ripple out, and in some ways, like the planet, it only has so big of a radius, and then the other half of it doesn't necessarily get the benefits of Code D.
Sure, yeah.
So there's something that even Space Stand was kind of popping up with that.
Or even the whole thing of the lower plant life forms being the servants of the higher ones.
Yeah, they did seem to be that, for sure, but they did make a point to show that in some ways, like,
it was a coexistence.
It was a coexistence. It wasn't one where they were trying to consume the entire bit there. It had established equilibrium, and that it was 50-50. But this aspect of viewing the human species in one that needs to basically have some parts of it die off is a very strange way of thinking about things. And I don't really have much more to say other than this kind of discussion that we were having regarding evolution and the ways certain kind of advances do kind of pull us forward rather than us kind of going at it from individual will. We're kind of trying to keep up with the wave of things moving. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird, like, because this episode was probably the most impressionistic that we've had. Like the amount of things, like the amount of time spent talking was actually very
low.
Like we had whole segments where it was basically just a music video, where it's, you know, it might not even show them traveling, right? Like
Sure.
Dandy's just lying there, you know.
It's just the little blob thing walking around, you know.
Yep. Or it's just, you know, him getting high on pollen potentially, right? Like who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. Yeah.
So it's I feel like this is one of those ones where if it's trying to communicate something, it's not necessarily as concrete, or if it is,
it's
then
not as demanding that you get it necessarily.
Yeah.
I think that's the point of art, though, is that
everyone can see something different.
Everyone's going to see something different, and that in some ways, the main point of this is that it was their actions of this journey that led to the reversal of the evolution by the Cody meteorite piece that landed on their planet. But there's the idea that because it was a meteorite that landed on their planet, and what it probably is I would say this is how most meteorites probably come to be. This is my really like layman's assumption here, is that there's constantly like stars exploding everywhere, you know, dying, rebirth, you know, stuff like that. So far, you know, billions of light years away, you know, billions of years ago, things were blowing up and sending space dust and all that everywhere. So at some point, one happened and one happened to hit here. So this will never happen again.
Probably not.
But there is a theoretical, non-0% chance possibility that it could happen again.
Sure.
So this is, I think, one of the points of, in some ways, something that's rather dark, but also kind of one of the thought processes with regards to evolution in and of itself, is that just because basically this planet had a hard reset on one half of the planet, you know, we don't know what happened to the other half.
Oh no, they disappeared. They were about to eat Meow and then they were gone. And he was just sort of like, wait, whoa, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Oh, this is way darker.
Yep, it was
way darker.
It was almost genocide. Like
oh my god. Okay,
yeah.
then okay, unless there's absolutely no living things, which that's not true because of because of the plant kind of based stuff, the microorganisms and stuff. It's just going to take a long time for this planet to be reborn into something more.
Right, and unless there's some other meteorite that does something similar, it's probably never going to happen. It's just, hey.
Oh no. I'm saying that it's never going to happen in their lifetime by billions of years or something. Like yeah.
But it's something that would take outside force, not just the plants growing on their own.
Well, we don't know that. That's my point. Is that's a hope. There's nothing. There's no definitive there's no definitive proof that it's going to happen that way. What I'm saying, what you're saying is right. I'm not contradicting that. I'm just saying that there is a hope, a possibility that it could,
and that they could get another shot.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be another meteorite necessarily. It could be a meteorite, or it could be just the natural progression of life.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's it. And kind of freaky what time span it took basically for one human and a cat landing on the planet to then the extinction of all intelligent life.
Yeah, which is interesting, but it's something that Dandy definitely didn't want to do. That's something that I thought was, because afterwards he was pretty down. Like he was like, oh, I don't want to see a plant ever again, right? Because essentially Dandy got manipulated into genocide. Into not quite genocide.
Well, yeah, but then we're not able to really judge truly the intent of the things because they didn't know what Code D was.
Oh, I'm pretty sure the dad did.
Yeah,
like because he wasn't surprised by the fact that everything was getting.
I feel like that's a little bit of an extrapolation, so I'll just hold the other side of the things. But hey, that's art, y'all.
Yep.
So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. So you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and you can also talk with Jacob about the sci-fi novel that he wrote.
Yep. I wrote a sci-fi novel, and it's really cool. It's called Battle Lines. It's on Amazon for purchase. Link in the description down below.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.